Hey guys, this is Guitar King, and I'm going to show you beginner's Clash Royale video in case you weren't paying attention to the tutorial, or you just still don't know how stuff works. Alright, so the basics is you're trying to get the towers, obviously, you should know that, but there's a lot more strategy than that. So you have to know what each troop does. When you start out in the tutorial, you have 4 troops, I think, maybe 5. In the end, you have 9 or 10. So you gotta learn how to use those troops. Like for instance, the knight. I know that the knight can be swarmed by low hit point troops, but he does moderate damage. But he's really strong. So if I had a knight who's really strong, and I have a really weak troop but does a lot of damage, you'd put her behind him. It's just logic, and that's how you make pushes, right? It's like if I put a giant down, I couldn't just leave him by himself, because what if they played a swarm or skeleton army or something like that? So I'd have to put splash damage or fast killing troops behind him. So I'd put minion hordes. I'd have arrows ready. You could do that. Yeah, you can maybe use minions. And then you want some like the baby dragon, bomber, Valkyrie, any of those troops, right? Okay, so for these skeleton armies or any like small troops here, any cheap troops that come in pack of like 3 or 4, you use those to take out the heavy hitting troops. Like if someone played a P.E.K.K.A on me, I'd know, well, I can't play a mini P.E.K.K.A because that wouldn't work because they're both slow hitting, but I would play a skeleton army because there's a bunch of them. A P.E.K.K.A, if you're not that far here, is a troop that has a ton of hit points and does a ton of damage. But he's like a giant. That's the only problem. You can take him out with swarms or anything like that. I don't use him, but yeah. And then, like, people think these are worthless. You can actually make a low elixir deck in these arenas. It will do really well. Low elixir decks. And I used to have a low elixir deck with a rage spell. So once I was arena like 5 or 6, then I just had a bunch of like 1 elixir, 2 elixir things. My highest was 3 elixir. I just had 1 3 elixir troop actually. And I just put those with a rage spell and it did really well. But then I lost like 10 battles in a row once I get to the higher. So I switched out for the deck you saw in my last video that I use now is my Prince, Baby Dragon, Valkyrie push deck with a rage spell. That's the one I use now. So a lot of people have questions. Once like what are these things? Like how do you know what the troops do? Well, how you know is you can just look at the info and really just see. Like I know he does 800 hit points, right? So he's pretty weak. He does a good amount of damage. He's fast and he targets buildings. Okay, so if he targets buildings, if they play a swarm, he's dead, right? Because he's not gonna fight them, he's gonna fight the buildings. So that's how you know there. So if you go to let's say a knight, okay, if I look at the knight, and I'd have to upgrade him first, but okay, but he has 963 hit points with 100 damage, so it kind of equals out with the hit points and damage. He's melee, he's ground. But I see his hit speed is like 1.1 seconds. That's really slow for a hit speed. Like, the skeleton army, their hit speed is much quicker. They do it fast. But I'll give you an example of a troop with high hit speed. Okay, let's see the archers. The archer's hit speed is 1.2 seconds. It's still not good. A swarm or anything could take him out. But you just gotta look for the troop, like the lumberjack. Now lumberjack is a legendary, so you won't find him anytime soon. But his hit speed is insane. Like, it's crazy. He hits so fast, but skeleton army can still take him. So you just have to know the stuff about the troops. Like a tombstone, it can take out a prince because of the skeletons. It's like make skeletons, and that's what kills a prince. So you just logic again. If you put goblin hut behind the tower, then you'll, if they play any air troops, it won't work out for them. So to show you guys, I'm actually gonna make a deck here for a little arena. All right. Okay, so I know the P.E.K.K.A. does a whole lot of damage, but you know he'll die because he can be swarmed. So why not put a Valkyrie with him? Spear goblins can take out air troops. That might be helpful. We might need the bomber in there. Let's just throw in him as a shield, but we're gonna have to take that guy out. So we'll put a musketeer behind him because musketeer is pretty weak, and archers behind them. Actually, yeah, okay, we'll switch the archers out for the baby dragon. So that's, and we're gonna see how that deck works. It usually takes me about 4 or 5 training matches, maybe 6, to find the perfect deck. The perfect deck. It's kind of. Okay, so we're just gonna see how this deck works. Like I said, it's gonna take about. It could take about 5 or 6 training until you get right, but it's just a matter of keep on doing it here. See, the bomber does splash damage, so oh, I played it wrong. Okay, this deck is interesting. So we're gonna put a tank with lower health, but damaging troops behind it. Oh my gosh, no. So far, this deck is not working. So if I had to change it, I'd take out the knight. I'd definitely take out the knight. I'd take out the mini P.E.K.K.A. I'll put a giant in. I would add a fireball. I would also add a minion horde or minions or something here, because they are just taking us out. It's not even. We're actually winning by less than 20 points. Okay. That wizard is just killing us. Dang it. They have arrows, but I know that, so I know this is gonna work, but I gotta try here. Please don't have arrows right now. Oh my gosh. You have to remember though, I'm fighting with an Arena 1 deck, and this is an Arena 4 trainer, so it's gonna be hard to pull off. See, I definitely need a Valkyrie out there with some. Okay, here is our monster push. I'm just keep on dropping the lower HP troops, and they're not gonna stand a chance against this push. 2 knights out there, a Valkyrie, some bombers, some archers in the back. Oh no. I believe they just used their arrows, so. Alright, so we actually won. It was close though. We could have restarted if we had more time, but we didn't. So that's just pretty much how to make a deck. That one, I would change several things, as I said. He's gone. I didn't like the musketeer. Okay, like I said, I didn't like the P.E.K.K.A, so I replaced that for the baby dragon. And then I tried this deck again. And then we see how that goes. And then if that didn't work, I'll try another one. So that's basically it for the beginner's lesson here. So this is Guitar King. Make sure you like, subscribe, and pop a comment down below. Thank you, and see you next time for the ultimate chest opening. We're going to have 3 golden chests, a nice magical chest. I'm going to have a crown chest, possibly. Maybe I'll get crown chest in there. I'll definitely have the 2 free chests, and then I will have my clan chest in there. So I could do like the silver, gold, giant, but I'm just going to do 3 golden, a magical, 2 free chests, a crown chest, and a clan chest. Maybe that'll get some legendary. I'm so hoping I'll get 1 legendary out of this. But I mean, even the magical chest was like a 14% chance, I think, for a legendary or something like that. It's terrible, but alright. See you next video.